Yeah, we going up, we going crazy, going bonkers. Produced by Ziggy, Zay Ticky, believe that.
It ain't peaches, it'll deceive you, boy, believe me. What you know about a jungle made with nothing but semen. No creepy crawlers, just heathens that prey on your weakness. Smell the slightest hint of fear, and the stainless you'll eat it. Gang bangers that greet your test on their face like Weezy. Pouring out by the ounce, walking around looking sleepy. I'm from a town, no integrity, a broken city, disrupted. I know niggas who once were real, who now turning into sucks. When it comes to murder, it's nothing. Rallos get pulled over scuffles. Bumpy road around this motherfucker, your life means nothing. It ain't peaches. Niggas walking around with no feelings, with a chip on their shoulder, saying the world don't feel us. Trying to earn them some millions so they can split with they niggas. I know cats that died broke because they lost all ambition. When it comes up to get
Welcome back to another edition of More to Live For. We're still on this segment, Queens of the City. We're fortunate enough to make it all the way to volume 13. I have a special guest with me this morning. Want to let her introduce herself and tell you what it is that she does, and we'll get the conversation rolling. How you doing this morning, man?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Before we get started, thank you for doing this for me, ma'am. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine. So, my name is Roneka Johnson. I am a administrative support supervisor at the university here in Greenville. I supervise maybe 15 to 17 people in staff. And I mean, they can range from registration with check-in of patients. I have maybe about 4 people doing in a phone hub. I maybe have 5 referral coordinators, and I have a financial counselor as well.
All right. Before we dive into what it is that you actually do, can you give us a little bit of your educational background, and if that if something in your educational background kind of led you to the career that you're in now?
Of course, high school was North Pitt. I did my freshman year at North Carolina Central to begin, and then I came back home and finished up my 4-year degree in health services management at East Carolina University. I got a job right out of East Carolina University at East Carolina University. And then I went back to school maybe a couple of years ago at Pitt Community College, and I have an associate's degree in health information technology.
All right. Well, so with your job, the job that you have is more of managing a staff, or is it more so of what your major was in? Is it? I mean, could you explain that?
Well, it's more so what my major, because my 4-year degree is in health services management, and it's more so mid-level management, which is managing a staff. And that's basically what I do every day. I manage a staff, but I'm also a lot of a floater type person as well. So when people call out, I'm the person to fill in. I'm the person to find coverage when people call out. But since the pandemic, it's a lot of short staff. People may be quitting because, they may not have childcare or whatever the reasons are that people are quitting their jobs. I have to interview the fill in positions. So, while trying to fill the void of people not being there, I also have to interview to put people back in those seats. So it's been kind of difficult with the pandemic because it's still like a high turnover. And initially when I first began this job, it wasn't a high turnover. People were staying in their jobs, but now it's just not the same.
Understandable. You mentioned something that I kind of want to touch on. So when you're going through these interview processes, and even though we're in a post-pandemic world, what is it that you're necessarily looking for or looking to hear from these, you know, potential, well, these interviewees?
Me personally, I'm looking for people that are definitely going to be dependable because, you know, that's the problem we have now. And I don't really know what's changed with people wanting to be on time for work, you know, wanting to come to work to actually work, because we have a lot of people that come, you know, that come to work. They'll be there, but it may not be necessarily to do all the work that needs to be done. So then the work piles up. Nobody wants to do work that piles up. So, you know, if you do a little at a time and get it done, it won't be such a, you know, a big job to be done. But when I interview a person, I'm looking for a good personality because a lot of my people deal with patients. So they have to have customer service. They have to talk to them over the phone. They got to greet them when they come into the building. They got to deal with them face to face when checking them in. My referral coordinators have to talk to other offices. They had to get on the phone with insurance companies. My phone hub, they answering the calls of the patients. So it's definitely got to have a good attitude and be able to be like people persons in order to have this type of job in any of the seats that I have available. So I'm looking for good personality, people that want to work, people that's going to be dependable and come to work, people that really don't believe in calling out. Of course, I do understand that emergencies come, but I do like people that come to work because I was always taught you got to go to work or it'll be somebody else to take your place.
Yeah. But once again, I definitely want to thank you for doing this, and I think you know what you're doing definitely makes a an impact in the community, and I think you're a role model to so many others. One thing I wanted to touch on, I remember you mentioning that you started at Central and you finished at East Carolina University. Was it, how can I put this? Was it then making that transition back home? Did you have it set in your mind then that you were going to put yourself in a position to better the community and to help, people, kind of close in the area that you grew up with?
Yes, because I originally came home anyway because I had a son. So I would have finished out at North Carolina Central, but I know the ultimate goal for me was in order, they always say, what they teach you in school is you need to get your education in order to get a good paying job, if that's what you want to do. So, I always knew the ultimate goal was to finish school. So I was going to finish it wherever I was at. If I am in a position where I can help, people I know, someone is struggling, the community, somebody need a job that I know that's going to work, of course, then I'm willing to do that as well. So yeah, my ultimate goal is to help people and to help people that I'm in that position. So if I got positions and I know somebody, if you trying to work, which I can't do family members, but if they trying to work, then I'm trying to help.
Exactly. And I definitely understand that. And, once again, thank you for, for for putting yourself in this position where you can help so many. So I just kind of want to shine a spotlight on that. And I definitely think that that you're worthy of being, on the segment, Queens of the City. That's what it's all about. Highlighting different female professionals. 90%, come from North Pitt. It wasn't intentional, but I'm definitely enjoying this journey. So once again, ma'am, thank you. And I definitely think, like I said, you're a role model to so many with definitely what you're doing. And, I think we can wrap it up just like that. And this has been another edition of Queens of the City, Volume 13. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings to all. And thank you, ma'am, for doing this.
Thanks for having me.